And Joel Selwood leads by 1 from Dane Swan and 2 to Gary Ablett. Nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. It is nerve-wracking. But I was pretty cold in the last round, and I did see Gary's game, and I think that he might run away with it here.
You did have 25 disposals and kicked a goal, and we gave you a tick, so you're in the hunt.
I am in the hunt. I mean, we won the game. We played pretty poorly as a football club, but yeah, I do think that he will run away with it here.
Well, we're about to find out. Joel, it's been an incredible weekend. I mean, Friday night, we've already spoken to you. Tonight, I mean, has it been exciting for you tonight, or has it just been nerve-wracking the last 15 minutes?
Oh, no, it has been exciting. I mean, it's a great night when you get the best players in the room to enjoy a night, and you'll thank a player up there tonight that's been exceptional all year. So good luck to whoever that is.
Well, you're in good company. The All-Australian captain and 2 former Brownlow Medal winners in the top 3, all with a chance to win. Here's round 23.
In round 23, Lance Franklin copped a week for a bump on Nick Malcheski, while no less than 5 clubs battled it out for the final spot in the 8. All around the country, there were farewells for favourite sons, and even a favourite grandfather.
Farewell sheets.
It was a fairy tale finish for the Saints' retiring champs.
He's done it.
Well, almost.
He's hit the post. It's hit the post.
After a controversial finish, the Lions fell one agonising point short.
It's a goal! No!
It was a heart stopper at Amy, with a 1-point win, enough for the Blues to secure their place in the finals.
Round 23, St Kilda versus Fremantle. St Kilda, Jason Blake, 1 vote. St Kilda, Al Montagna, 2 votes. St Kilda, Jay Stephen, 3 votes. Sydney Swans versus Hawthorn. Sydney, Jay Kennedy, 1 vote. Hawthorn, Jay Lewis, 2 votes. Sydney, S Mumford, 3 votes. Port Adelaide versus Carlton. Port Adelaide, Kay Corns, 1 vote. Port Adelaide, Brad Ebert, 2 votes. Carlton, M Murphy, 3 votes. Essendon versus Richmond. Richmond, A Edwards, 1 vote. Richmond, B Ellis, 2 votes. Richmond, D Jackson, 3 votes. Bulldogs versus Melbourne. Bulldogs, T Liberatore, 1 vote. Bulldogs, A Cooney, 2 votes. Bulldogs, A Boyd, 3 votes. West Coast versus Adelaide. Adelaide, R Sloan, 1 vote. Adelaide, B Crouch, 2 votes. Adelaide, P Dangerfield, 3 votes. Geelong versus Brisbane. Brisbane, A McGrath, 1 vote. Geelong, M Stokes, 2 votes. Brisbane, T Rockcliffe, 3 votes. Collingwood versus North Melbourne. North Melbourne, R Bastanak, 1 vote. Collingwood, S Pendlebury, 2 votes. North Melbourne, J Zeeble, 3 votes. Gold Coast versus GWS Giants. Gold Coast, R Thompson, 1 vote. Gold Coast, D Prestia, 2 votes. Gold Coast, G Ablett, 3 votes. I declare the winner of the 2013 Brownlow Medal, Gary Ablett, Gold Coast Suns.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to welcome Joe Watson, last year's winner of the Brownlow Medal, to present this year's medal to Gary Ablett. Joe.
Great stuff. Well deserved, mate.
And now the Chief Executive of the Australian Football League, Mr. Mike Fitzpatrick. Mike, rather the Chairman, I should say, of the AFL, Mike Fitzpatrick. Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Gary Ablett, in just the third year of the club's existence, Gary Ablett has won the first Brownlow Medal for the Gold Coast Suns. Now, as you all know, Gary's been an elite player of our competition for many years now, and is the fifth to win 2 medals at 2 different clubs, along with Ian Stewart, Peter Moore, Greg Williams and Chris Judd. He's an All-Australian for the last 7 seasons. And Gary was again outstanding in 2013, finishing 4th in the AFL in total possessions this year. In addition to his winning the 2009 Brownlow Medal with Geelong, Gary's CV also includes 2 premierships, 2 Best and Fairest awards at Geelong, a further 3 at the Gold Coast Suns, and 5 AFL MVP awards. A remarkable record. So I now ask you all to charge your glasses and be upstanding. A toast to the 2013 Brownlow medalist, Gary Ablett.
Gary, would you like to join us? Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mike. What a night.
Wow. I was very nervous towards the end.
I had the feeling right at the end. I'm not sure. Would you prefer to have 2 or 3? I mean, 2 would have meant a tie with Joel, your old teammate.
I did want the 2. I was actually shattered when I got the 3 because, Joel deserves to be up here just as much as I do. And, he was obviously an ex-teammate of mine. A very good friend and just a fantastic leader, Joel. And, man, you deserve to be up here as much as me. I really mean that, man. So I'm shattered I got the 2 in the last round. But, yeah.
Gary, it's been an incredible career. I mean, Mike just read out all the things. I mean, away from the 2 premierships, is this your greatest achievement? I mean, do you feel to win a Brownlow for the second time? It's just such a long list.
Yeah. No doubt it's an honour, and I've said it before, but it has been a really challenging 3 years up there. I knew when I made the decision to move to the Gold Coast it was going to take time, and I've just really enjoyed working with everyone at the football club. I love all my teammates. I couldn't be up here without you guys, I'm really hoping that we can win a premiership before my time's up. I just love it up there.
It was a huge decision for you, wasn't it? And you were under a lot of scrutiny. I can remember that very first season where people were questioning your commitment to the captaincy even. I mean, it seems such a long time ago, doesn't it? But it must have been pretty tough, and you were injured with a calf injury in that first pre-season, weren't you? It
was a tough first year. We only won 3 games, and I did find it very challenging. There's no doubt about that. But I had fantastic people around me. I've got to thank Guy McKenna. He's been a fantastic support. All the assistant coaches up there. And I have to thank Kenny Hinckley, who's at Port Adelaide now, because I remember when I first moved up there, he gave me a bit of advice and he said, mate, just understand that it's going to take time up here. Remember what it was like for you when you were a young kid and how much time it took. So just have patience and it'll happen eventually.
It's just been a great year for the club. I know you won 8 games. I mean, you started by beating St Kilda, and I reckon probably the biggest win was Collingwood.
It was a massive win for our club, and I think it gave the boys a lot of self-belief. We knew that if we played our best football, we can match just about any side. So super proud of the boys' efforts this year, to have 8 wins, and I think there was another 4 games we lost by under 3 goals. So it just shows we're not far away from finals footy.
And Gaz, was it hard to come off that match? Because you had 49 disposals and kicked 2, and we were all raving about that match. And then you seemed to go into a bit of a lull for a while. I think... we all had, the bookies had already paid out at that stage, hadn't they? They hadn't, but...
I just thought I'd make the bookies nervous.
Was it difficult to back up after a match like that?
Oh, look, I think towards the end of the year, you'll find most guys their body's getting a bit fatigued, and that was the same for me. The body was a little bit worn out, and so to make sure I went out there and played my role each week, and I'm very happy that we finished the season off well.
But it was also the time you played the same number of games as your father, your famous father. You'd reached a milestone of 250, and those comparisons were continuing. Do you get sick of them?
I do, because there shouldn't be any comparisons. In my opinion, my old man's the best player to ever play the game. Should have won a Brownlow. And now that I've got two, I guess I can give him one.
And just for the record, the Abletts, including Nathan, 3 Colemans, 1 Norm Smith, 6 MVPs, 3 premierships, 15 All-Australians, 6 best and fairest, and a couple of Brownlows. It's not a bad family record, is it? It's extraordinary. And I want to take you back just a little bit. Those early days as a kid growing up at Cardinia Park, I guess.
Yeah. Wow, I spent a lot of time around the Geelong Football Club. Footy was everything to me when I was a kid. I was, very, very close with my dad, and I used to spend a lot of time at the football club at every training session, every game, and it obviously meant a lot to me. Going in there and the guys just kicking the footy with me every day, and it was always a dream of mine to play AFL football, and here I am standing up on a stage, winning a second Brownlow medal, which I just can't believe it.
But Gary, you went through a stage in your teens, you told me a year or two ago, where you actually lost love of football, and you were very keen on skateboarding and basketball, and you probably didn't play much footy for about 3 years between, 13 and 16?
Yeah, 13 and 16. I remember missing out on a couple of representative sides then, and I didn't believe that I was good enough to go on and play AFL football. As much as I love the game, a lot of my mates were off surfing and skating, and so I started chasing that for a little bit, and that didn't work out for me. And lucky enough, I had 2 of my close friends that asked me back out to a local football club, and they said, why don't you come back and try footy out again? And went on and won a best and fairest from there. Got asked down to the Geelong Falcons and got drafted from there. And I feel I made the right decision.
And the rest is a bit of history. I mean, that Brownlow and a couple of premierships. I mean, what's it like playing against the Cats these days?
I actually really enjoy it. I do. It's great going back down there and playing against my ex-teammates. I love those boys. I'm still very close with all of them, but I enjoy those challenges. Just going down there. Early in the year we played well for 3 quarters and they ran away with it. But I'm hoping we get down there next year and get it. Pip them and get over the line.
Do you think you can play finals next year? I mean, it's such a tough competition. You talked earlier tonight when you were talking to Lingy. I mean, do you think the Gold Coast Suns are getting closer?
Yeah, look, I mean, we won 8 games this year, and as I said before, there was 4 games we lost by under 3 goals, and I think, the 8th place side won 12 games, which got them into the finals. So just shows we're not too far away. But the challenge for us is making sure that we get out, we have a big pre-season, and we keep moving forward as a club.
Gary, the last time you won a Brownlow, you're on your way to a grand final. This is very different. Celebrations? I mean, you must be slightly more relaxed tonight.
No, it is very different. I do find it very hard watching finals footy. I'm a very competitive person and I hate losing, but, I've enjoyed it at the same time. I went along and watched Geelong and Fremantle on the weekend, and I'll shatter for the boys, but, I think it's going to be a fantastic grand final, Hawthorn-Fremantle, and I think it'll be a very close match.
But what about for you tonight? I mean, you don't have a game this week. You did the last time you won a Brownlow.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
Well, I won't keep you up too much longer. Is there anyone in particular that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone that's involved with the Gold Coast Football Club. I've really enjoyed, the last 3 years up there. Everyone's been an amazing support. Virgin Australia, Host Plus, we really appreciate your support. I want to thank my teammates. Without you guys, I couldn't be up here. I love being with you guys. I love training with you guys. And hopefully we can go on and play some finals footy next year. I want to thank my family for all their support throughout the year. Just the most amazing people. When plenty of ups and downs in footballs, but through the down times they're always there, and I know they're only a phone call away. I want to thank my beautiful girlfriend who's here tonight. I really appreciate your support throughout the last year, George. You've been absolutely amazing. And most of all, I want to thank God, because without him, I couldn't be up here tonight. So thank you.
Gary, I've got it. Well done. Congratulations. Just one magnificent performance. Just one last question. I'm sorry to bring it back. when will you speak to Mum and Dad?
I'm sure my dad's already called me, and he's probably going to tell me how good he was and that he's a lot better of a player than I was. But I'll probably call them straight after this. My mum's away on her honeymoon in Europe at the moment, so I'm going to probably struggle to get onto her. But yeah, look, I'm sure I'll talk to the family over the next couple of days.
Well, comparing footballers is not an easy task, but I think the two Abletts, Matthews and Carey, are just about as good as it ever gets. Gary, you are the little master. You're as good as we've ever seen. Congratulations, a dual Brownlow medalist, Gary Ablett. We'll be back with more after this.